Good morning. This week I'm going to do a video every day, and I'm going to do garden / in-house agility. Currently it looks like it's going to be nice and sunny all week, but you can't trust the weather, so we'll see, which is why it's / indoors. I was going to film all this video in one and put it out there, but I thought it'd be too long and stretch my editing skills to where they're not going to be. So I'm just going to do each part of, it's wet so I don't want to sit down, sorry, agility course. So when you have agility, we obviously have the jumps, the weaves, the tunnel, the A-frame and the long one that they stand on, and there's many different ways for your dog to get used to each part of those. For agility, like Crufts wise, your dog has to be 1 to start training. That's just because of their development, so they should be 1 so that they're fully developed and all their bones and everything are clicked into place and etc. Scientific way of explaining that. But I think it's 16 or 18 months before they can actually compete. Finn is 5 months, so he technically in the Crufts world will not be able to do anything, but he jumps around the house, and well, to be fair, we say that he parkours because he just throws himself at everything. So little jumps I don't think will be a problem, and aren't going to hurt him. I'm obviously not going to make him do something, he's over in the garden, really high that he's not going to be able to do, as that will affect his growth. So the first one he's not going to be able to do, but this is, we've used, we being me, Finn was just there, a big plant pot and our bread bin, and then this is the handle of our mop to create quite a decent jump. Someone who's like Luna and Annie could easily jump that. You could probably go a little bit taller if you wanted to add some like books or something on the end as you work it up, but as I say, this is just an example of what we had around the house for bigger breeds, not little jackapoos. For Finn's dad, he's not long woke up as well, so I'm not quite sure how interactive he's going to be in terms of jumping. He might just look at me like I'm a fool, and that is not what he wants to be doing at, I think it's 8:30 in the morning, it's around that time. Hello. Leave, Finn, leave. Good boy. Come here. What is this one? So we use these pots and stuff to play a different game, which will probably be on here before this, but that's why he's scratching at them, because in his head, you've got a sausage over there, look! I want this one instead. In his head, they usually have treats underneath, so why are they sat high? Not want your breakfast? No. So this is what we've done for Finn. We've used our tiny little plant pots. They're usually ones that come when you buy a plant, so it's not that far off the ground, really. But what we're going to start with is nothing. And there's a few ways you can teach them to do this. Nothing in there. I know. Terrible owner. Terrible. I did give him a bit of sausage in one of them over there. He's just not bothered with it. So there's a few ways you can teach them to do this, and as I say, if they're a bit worried or scared about this pole, one of the first things to do is just to get them used to it. So when they're near it, just reward them for being near it. And you don't want your breakfast, do you? So carry on rewarding them for being near the pole, and then obviously we want them to jump it. So there's a few ways that you can do this, and that's with you being one side and sort of luring them over it. They say don't work with animals and children, so it's my own fault. So you sort of look, good boy, and then he crosses it easily. So you'll do that repetitively and sort of lure him over. Another thing is to jump. Good boy. Good boy. So you're almost jumping it with them to the side as they get used to jumping it as well. Come on. Good boy. So he's sort of stepping over it more with his front paws and then just walking over it with his back. But as I say, it's because it's at the bottom. And then the next one is a ball. So if your dog quite likes the ball, which Finn does at the minute, you could throw, so if I was a little bit further back here, could throw the ball over a little bit and he would have to go over it to get the ball. Either one of these, well, there's three, so any of these tricks to sort of get them used to it. And then when they're used to it, prop it up on your flower pots or whatever it is that you're using and continue to do either. So as you do any of the methods, you need to mark the jump. Same with anything. When you teach them to sit, when they sit, you mark it with a command and, you know, good boy / good girl. If you click a train, you click it, click at the point of jumping and stuff. So as you're working up to it, mark the behaviour that you want. In this case, it's the jump. So we would say good boy, yes, whatever you use, and then eventually give it a command. You can use jump, you can use over, whatever is best and works for you, whatever comes naturally. I usually say over for some reason, I'm not sure why, but I do. As you use the lure method or throwing the ball over, you mark the command as they do it, and then eventually they sort of put 2 and 2 together, and that's what you want them to do. This is going to take treats. Obviously it's a new thing. Finn was sort of doing it with his breakfast then because he was quite hungry. He's just woken up, as I say. So if you can get the usual kibble out of it, give it a go. If not, yeah, use treats, and then obviously take into consideration that with their food as normal. I think it's a fun thing to do. As I say, Finn's never done it before. Jake had a few times, he was quite good at it. If I find the video of Jake doing it, I'll put it in. But Finn's never done it. He's only a couple pint, yeah. So it's just one of those things to try. And you can use anything. As I say, we use the plant pots, the bread bin, whatever you've got around that will hold your mop handle, etc. Give it a go. As I say, tomorrow will be something different from the agility, so work on this probably for about half an hour or so. Give it a go, see how tired they get. Don't overwork them. If they get stressed or annoyed, obviously don't carry on with it. Go back to lower levels until they're comfortable and happy, and then build it up. I'm not really a professional on this. It's just something we do, and I've researched it quite a lot because I love the idea of agility. I will put in the thing, like the description on the YouTube bit, but also just the link in the comments of a group that sort of go through each methods as well, so you can read up on it a bit if I've not explained it as well as I would like. But yes, give it a go. Send me your photos and videos of your dogs doing it, and I'll post them on Let's Walk, and we can all see how well we're doing.